ProMAX MediaHub. Professional video workflows, any location, any OS, any internet speed. In this video, we'll be comparing MediaHub and editing in the cloud. I'll start with an overview of how MediaHub works, then I'll pass things over to Brian and Nathaniel, who will talk about editing in the cloud. After that, we'll wrap things up with a side-by-side comparison of the two. So let's get started. MediaHub is a small desktop server that provides local SSD performance and goes in each of your creative team members' homes. Using a peer-to-peer network, your creative users can share massive media files and collaborate on projects just like you were in the same office. When a user makes a change to a project, those updates are automatically synced to all the other MediaHubs and shared storage in your network. This works exactly the same at home or the office on Mac or PC. And because you're working on local SSD storage, you don't need to worry about spotty internet connections. This gives your team the seamless collaboration you've always been used to. Now that you know how MediaHub works, let's take a look at editing in the cloud. Then we'll do a side-by-side comparison.
Creating professional video content in the cloud with applications like Premiere, After Effects, Avid, and Resolve is absolutely possible today. This is accomplished by putting both your editing workstation and your storage in the cloud, often referred to as virtualization or simply remote editing. You may have heard the saying, the cloud is just someone else's computer, which is basically true in this case. When editing in the cloud, you're using your computer to remote control a virtual workstation and storage located in a data center. Let's take a look at a side-by-side comparison between MediaHub and editing in the cloud.
There are four big things to look at when comparing MediaHub and editing in the cloud. Let's start with technical limitations. No matter what hardware you use, cloud has some very real limits to monitoring and I/O. They completely disable many tools and workflows that video professionals commonly use. With MediaHub, you have full capabilities. Your workstation, your monitors, and your configuration work the way that you set them up. The cloud is Windows only. You can control cloud-based Windows workstations with your Mac, but ultimately, you're not using Mac OS. With the MediaHub, you work natively on a Mac using Mac OS, and that's the way that most creative professionals want it. Waiting for file uploads is another big consideration. With the cloud, your footage has to be uploaded before you can start working. That means that even if you have a relatively fast 100 megabit upload speed for your internet at home, and you have 250 gigs of new footage to upload, in a best case scenario, it's going to be about 6 hours from when you start that upload to when you can start working with that footage. With the MediaHub, the footage is copied to a local SSD so you can start working immediately, and then it's uploaded in the background while you work. The cloud is 100% internet dependent. There is no offline access to your projects, and even if you're online and the internet slows down for a moment, your work is going to be interrupted. With the MediaHub, you're working off a local SSD. Internet connectivity has zero effect on your direct workflow.
I hope this was helpful. To learn more about how MediaHub works in your environment, check out our design guide videos using the links below. If you still have some questions, feel free to hit us up on chat or book some time with us at promax.com/questions.